On behalf of the Iowa Annual Conference, let me say thank you to the many volunteers who have traveled to the affected areas of our state to help with the flood recovery. There is still so much to do. So many people are still not in their homes. Many of our communities across the state continue cleaning up the unimaginable destruction of the June floods. As time goes on, TV shows the newest disaster. Volunteers are drawn to the freshest crisis, wanting to help those in need. Even so, there is still a lot that needs to be done right here in Iowa. We have so many brothers and sisters that still need your help. This video shows what many here in Iowa have faced as the waters rolled across much of our state. Encouraging them, giving them a hand in the recovery process will go a long way in bringing hope to the Heartland.
In the spring of 2008, the eastern part of Iowa was devastated, first by tornadoes in the north, and in June, massive, historic flooding that sent major rivers and small streams far beyond their banks. Someday, we'll speak of it all as a thing of the past, events that have come and gone and entered into our history. But for the people of eastern Iowa, the disasters of 2008 are still here. You can still find the floodwater marks in our basements and kitchens, in the mountains of garbage that were once our precious possessions. You can still see the floodwaters where damaged churches now stand empty, and you can still find the floodwaters in the faces of our people. For us, it's all still here. Cedar Rapids is Iowa's second largest city. 14% of Cedar Rapids was underwater. 5,390 homes were flooded, along with 1,133 businesses and 486 nonprofit organizations. Many homes are now slated to be destroyed, and many more will be torn down to make way for new flood control levees. Nearly 600 businesses and over 5,000 homes remain to be rebuilt. Of the 3 United Methodist churches inundated by floodwaters in Cedar Rapids alone, Trinity United Methodist Church has restored its education building, but has decided that its 100-year-old sanctuary cannot be saved. Salem United Methodist Church, an historic downtown church, has been mucked out and cleaned, but the congregation will need to spend nearly $1.5 million to return the church to its former condition, so they are currently looking at other sites. St. James United Methodist hopes to rebuild its facilities, but wonders how much of its neighborhood will survive. The clean-out of homes and the cleanup of neighborhoods all along the affected river towns will go on for a long time.
The tragedy is that the places that got flooded are the lowest income areas in all of Cedar Rapids. So these are the people that don't have a lot of representation and don't have a lot of people kind of pushing for their common interest, you know. So we feel like we need to be there to do that.
Iowans are proud, hard-working people. It's sometimes difficult for us to ask for help. Many times, we're out helping others. It's strange to have the tables turned.
We went from speechless to being able to shout in great witness, and now that people are starting to come to help us, that's an amazing experience too. To be on the receiving end of being in the body of Christ, it's overwhelming.
In the days since the flood, United Methodists have joined thousands of volunteers in cleaning out and sanitizing homes and churches throughout many Iowa communities. Local churches have provided adult and youth teams for thousands of hours of dirty and difficult work. United Methodists have also fed the hungry, organized child care, and provided emotional and spiritual care for flood survivors. But the local helpers are becoming worn out, and there is much left to do. The United Methodist Committee on Relief, UMCOR, has sent 2,500 flood buckets to Iowa, provided training for our pastors and flood recovery leaders, received a nationwide offering for flood recovery, and provided 2 emergency grants immediately after the flood. The Iowa Annual Conference of the United Methodist Church has provided semi-trailers to serve as storage and distribution points for supplies, and has provided funding for flood-affected ministries, as well as portable showers for volunteer and mission teams. In addition, the conference has funded a part-time administrative assistant for our regional flood recovery office. Eastern Iowa also has a full-time director of disaster recovery funded by the conference. Becky Wood of Cedar Rapids communicates with our churches and coordinates recovery efforts all over Eastern Iowa.
And my husband was installing a bathroom door, and I heard one of the little girls, she's 7, say to her mommy, "Is that man going to put a bathroom door on our bathroom?" And she said, "Yes, he is." She said, "Oh, I'm so excited." And I was just, a bathroom door. Just, it was so significant for flood families.
Well over 1,000 people from more than 30 states have already come to Iowa to help, and they've had a lot of fun doing it. Local United Methodist churches have opened up their doors to host these teams and have been blessed by the experience. And yet, with all of that help, the need for volunteers is greater than ever. The simple truth is, our communities will not recover without your help. It's as simple and as difficult as that. Here's how you can help. First, please pray for the people of Iowa and all of those around the country who suffer the effects of natural disasters. Second, call our Iowa Volunteer Hotline to tell us that you and your mission team want to come to Iowa to help disaster-affected families. Call 877-393-1607 to tell us when you'd be available, and we'll get you scheduled for work and find a place for you to stay. Because whenever 2 or 3 are gathered, we can form a work team. Third, collect financial donations for flood relief supplies and tools. There is a great need for funds. Check the materials that came with this program to learn where you can send contributions or call the hotline for more information. Scott Smith is the Associate Pastor of Oakville United Methodist Church. Oakville is a farming community in Iowa in which nearly every building in town was impacted by the floods of 2008. We asked Reverend Smith to tell us what he would say to people considering coming to Iowa.
Anytime you have an opportunity to go on a mission, it's a life-transforming experience. If you want to deepen your relationship with God and with the people around you, come to Iowa, come to the flood area, and share your gifts. One of the things I get most often is people saying, "I don't think I have any gifts that can help." Let me tell you, if you can listen to somebody tell their story, you've got all the skill you need to make a huge difference in someone's life.
The flood was big, but our God is bigger. Let's work together as United Methodists, bringing hope to the Heartland.